Hey, Miss Maria.
Hi, King. Welcome, everybody. We're getting more people coming in, so just give us a few seconds. Okay, so welcome, everybody. We're still going to give it a few more minutes in case some people are running late logging in, but then we'll get started. So just hang tight for now. And I'm so glad to see everybody here. We've had a really great semester, and I'm excited to share what your kids have come up with.
Hello, everybody. Just wanted to say hey.
Hey, Miss Shannon.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much. Just happy to see you.
Oh, yeah. Happy to see you too. Or, well, hear you. Yeah. Hey, Marielle.
Yeah.
I think that one of my students, Landon, just joined my meeting. Should I, go to there and then...
I will go tell him right now to go jump on this meeting. This is his mom.
Oh, great. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he just came in, so
Oh,
I
great.
think he figured it out.
Cool.
Okay, so we might have a couple more people coming in, and that's okay. But I'm going to kind of get us started just by talking a little bit about Verses this semester and what your students have been working on, and also who I am. So my name is Mariel Kropansky. I'm the literacy instructor for Verses. So half of the time that your students are in their Verses class, they're with me, and we're working on writing and reading, and most of that I try to make related to music or directly related to writing in music. So writing song lyrics, we also do poetry, we do journal responses, all of that kind of good stuff. So this semester has been a little bit different. I'm sure, as all of you know or aware, we've kind of had to go virtual, which has been challenging in some areas, but for the most part, I think your students have really shown how resilient they are through this process and also kind of how creative they are, even while working remotely. So this semester specifically, we've been working on doing analysis. So we've been looking at specifically songs or works of writing that kind of convey an important message about a specific time. We've looked at a couple songs that were put out recently that talk about things like the election or like COVID, or even just like struggling through different hardships and kind of analyzing how those artists convey and messages that are important to them in their songs, and then trying to use those strategies when we write for our bands. And so I think that you'll find a lot of the students' songs tonight are tapping into those types of messages and really talking about things that are important to them. So another thing we've kind of been talking about is genre. So there are obviously lots of different musical genres, but then also how that ties into different writing genres. So I invite you tonight to not only notice the incredible songs your students have created, but also to pay attention to the lyrics and that they wrote and the kind of messages that are in that, and how those messages are also conveyed in the instrumentation and the musicality of the songs as well. So they've been working really hard, and they've been really insightful, wonderful young people to work with, and I feel so honored that I get to meet with them every week and kind of hear about what's important to them. So how this night is going to work, we're going to first, I'll introduce the band members. I'll maybe ask them to say a little bit about themselves and about their experience with the music. Then we will, or experience with writing, then we'll take a listen to their song, and then their band leaders, who are kind of the music side of our Verses program, will be able to ask them a couple of questions as well. And then to wrap up, I just have a few things to say about Verses, and then we'll be on our way and we'll have another successful semester. So let's see. We've had a couple people coming in, so I'm going to give them about like another 30 to 60 seconds to see if we have any last minute latecomers before we dive into our first song and our first band. So just hold tight for a second and then we'll be right back into it. Okay, so this first band that we have is called the Quarantining Students. So very on point for this semester with their band name. And their song is titled The Things I've Learned. And in this band are Emily Burke, Izzy Allison, and Demetrius Wright. So before we take a listen to their song, I wanted to ask the band members a couple questions. So the first question is, what is the message you want your song to convey? And then how do the lyrics, vocals, and instrumentation work together to convey that message? So Emily, Izzy, or Demetrius, if any of you guys want to answer that question. So what is the message you want your song to convey, and how do the lyrics, vocals, and instrumentation work together to create that message?
Basically, from what I remember, we wanted this song to be about the stuff that we learned when quarantine began, what we learned about ourselves. So basically, each of our parts, we're talking about what we learned about ourselves.
Cool. And how do
From what I remember.
how did the lyrics or how did the writing play into that?
Basically, for each part that we got to write, we wrote down exactly what we learned about each other, but we put it into a rhythm that it would fit in with the song.
Cool. Thank you, Izzy. And then maybe Demetrius or Emily, you want to take the second question? How has Versus helped you to become a better writer?
Can I share?
Yeah, go ahead, Emily.
It's made me a better writer. First of all, I can be around people to get to know people, and I'm not just seeing the same people every single day, but it also, like, it's kind of like a community. Like, it's inspiring that you can write something and we all help each other.
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I can see you guys working together in your bands and working off of your different ideas and writing in a community with each other, which I think we like to think about writing being a kind of lonely task, but writing with other people is a really great way to become a better writer and to kind of expand the ideas that we have. Okay, Demetrius, did you want to add anything about the song or about what your experience writing was like in Versus this semester? Let's see. Seeing if Demetrius is here with us. I don't think he is. Okay, so we're gonna go right into listening to the Quarantining Students. And then we will hear questions from their band leader.
Why does quarantine have to be so boring? Like we are boarding a boring boat to an island with no fun. And we are all bummed out, and that's what's sad. This can't go that bad. I do my work, but that is almost late. School is boring, and video games are fun. I could sit down and play video games, but my homework says otherwise.
What I learned about myself is I like being around people, and I don't like being by myself. I tried to make, but that was a very bad mistake. I played Roblox with my friends at I started a YouTube channel, got 21 subs, and got lots of homework and stuff. It's like I was trapped inside. I couldn't see my friends. And shut down. And I couldn't even get it up. So that's what I learned about myself.
I can't hear anything.
Sorry, hang tight for a second. I think we're having a technical difficulty. Okay, it looks like we may have gotten the song cut off a little bit. So I apologize for that. As I said, during the semester, doing everything remotely has been kind of a struggle.
That was actually right, Mario. That's where
Was
the
it?
song cuts off. Yep. I never got a chance to record Izzy's verse, but I wanted to make sure I included her lyrics.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, so that was the whole song, but we do have, so I'm gonna leave this up for another like 30 seconds or so. So you guys get a chance to read through the lyrics that we didn't get a chance to record. And then I'm gonna have John take it away to talk to the students in his band a little bit more about their song and about their music process.
Yeah, so first of all, Izzy and Emily and Demetrius, who I'm not sure if he's here, good job. First and foremost, thank you guys very much for your hard work during this process. And I can't remember if I said it or not to you guys, but I'll say it to you as well as everybody else, all the other students that are here. My hat goes off to you guys for being able to take on so much during this time, from being away from your friends, as well as doing school on a computer and then leaving school and maybe having a break to come back to sit on a computer to look at me. I know I was joking, I say it, but I know that once your school day is over, you guys could choose to opt out of any virtual extracurricular activity. So thank you guys so much for coming on and doing this. And hopefully this will be this will be one of those things you guys can talk to your students about, or when you guys do interviews in your careers, 10 years from now, and they ask you, what was it like during 2020 for you? And you can tell them this whole process, that even though there was a global pandemic, you were still making music and doing what it is that you guys were born to do. So once again, hats off to everybody, all the students and teachers as well. So Emily, Emily and Izzy, I wanted to ask you guys, what was the technological portion of Versus like for you guys, in terms of having to go about recording your vocals, or were you guys ready to do that? I know normally in classes, your different band leaders will set everything up for you, and then we would hit the button and then you guys would just read it. But how did it feel, you guys given the responsibility to use your phones or iPads to get ready to record your own vocals and then send it in to me?
I felt like it was kind of like I did my own thing, and I could mess around like how it would sound. I would do a little bit of echo, a little bit of like a tone of like the microphone setting on GarageBand. If somebody else did that, I would have to be like telling them, and it wouldn't be the same if I just did it like myself. And it was something I could feel proud about, because somebody didn't just help me. I did it by myself, and that's a great accomplishment, I think.
I agree. Izzy, anything?
I was glad that I was actually able to have my own responsibility for the recording, so then if I did mess up, I would be able to go back without having to wait a full week to redo it.
Excellent. And the last question for you both. I know that your song title is The Things That I've Learned, and I kind of asked you guys to talk about some of the things you've learned about yourself during quarantine. But what's something you both learned about yourselves in the Versus program this semester since everything is virtually instead of in person.
For me, I've actually never been here to be in person, so this is my first year. I kind of felt it was easy because I could just hit the join meeting button. But it's also not the same like experience when you're in person. It's kind of like just on a video call. But I feel like if COVID-19 didn't happen and I would go to Versus, I feel like there would be more of a bond because I'm in person.
Izzy, you look like you're about to say something.
I do agree with her, even though I have been in Versus before. It's sort of sad not being able to be in person since everything.
I agree also. Well, thank you guys both. And thank you to Demetrius if he signed in. I'm not sure, but great job.
Yeah, let's give a virtual snaps or round of applause. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciated your comments too. You guys did a great job. So once again, I can't express how proud I am of these students for coming up with the messages and the way to talk about themselves and how they're feeling during this time. I think that's a really important aspect of writing is learning how to communicate with others, and it kind of puts yourself out there and makes those connections that are really important. Okay, the next band that we have is Fool's Gold by The Golden Ones, and this is a song by Ife Martin, Micaiah Samuel, and Lorenzo Slade II. So for you guys, I wanted to ask one of the same questions that I asked your fellow bandmates in the first band is, what is the message you want your song to convey? And how do you do that through your lyrics or the writing process and verses? So Ife, Kaya, or Lorenzo want to jump in?
So our song is basically trying to talk about our future because that's what we wanted to convey in this song. So we all wrote about how our future will feel like to us, and this is how it turned out. Hopefully you guys like it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, like what Kaya said, we wanted to step out of this time that we're in now. So like out of the pandemic, out of everybody being at home, and we wanted to project ourselves into the future and see what life will look like once this is all over and once things are back to normal, and seeing all the things that are in store for us in the future.
Great, and I think that's definitely a silver lining to the time that we're in right now, is that we can kind of make plans for what we want to do when things are maybe a little bit less restricted and we can see each other in person again. Another question I wanted to ask your band is, what did you learn from Versus regarding the importance of writing and communication?
So what I learned was what you write is how you convey how you speak. Like for example, if I write about, let's say, a certain topic that affects me, if I communicate that topic through writing and give it out to many people, that topic could spread to others and they can grasp my idea of what I feel.
Yeah, I agree with Kaya. Writing and and writing through and sharing your opinions and voice through song. We really went into this during our literature classes, and we would analyze different songs, and you could see how you can use music and how you can use your platform to share your opinions and also inform and alert people about different things, and especially if it's prevalent for the time. And it also kind of acts as like a history book. You can see different times throughout as you go through music's history. You can see the changing of music and with the lyrics that go with it.
Great, yeah, thank you. Those are excellent responses, and I definitely agree with you that, and something that we've talked a lot about in Verses is how writing and music can kind of reach out, even though we're all kind of in our own homes right now and not able to have those physical connections with people. Our music and our writing can help make those kind of emotional connections and make us feel less alone, and also help other people and maybe even make change in the world, which is really cool. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to give our listen to Fool's Gold by the Golden Ones.
When everything is over, no more masks, everyone will be able to go places, everyone will be able to work, and people will be able to attend school, everyone will be able to go places, and there will be no more masks, no more we're having to put hand sanitizer on. Everything will be okay. No more wearing gloves. No more wear a mask outside. Everyone will be able to attend school. Everything will be great. No more work on computer. No more schools on the computer. No more anything else on the computer. Everything in the world will be great. And that's the future.
I see a picture of me in my future. A double feature that I can picture. Fortune and fame, it's a reckless game. Sick and alone, just hide on the phone. Hush, hush, hide away. Right where we want, don't you say. We want you to be okay. A paint your future on my way. Don't you see a perfect future for me? I see the things ahead of me. Need help from each other, just one another, loving our hearts, share it to the world. Can you feel the movement all around us? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? I see a picture of me in the future. A double feature I can't picture. Motion and fingers, a reckless game. Sick and alone, just hide on my phone. Hush, hush, hide away. What would you want? Don't you say. We want you to be okay. A picture future on my way. Don't you see a perfect future for me? A perfect future for me. Don't you see a perfect future for me? I see new things ahead of me. We help each other, just one another. Loving our hearts, just sharing the world. Loving our hearts, just sharing it to the world. Can you feel the movement around us? Can you feel the movement all around us? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel the movement all around us? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Whoa, 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 oh, 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 whoa, oh, 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 Fool's Gold. I hope you've been well. I'm seeing how you're doing now. Things are so much better now. You got your name in the light.
Okay, looks like that one may have gotten cut short a little bit too. But Jonathan, do you want to ask your band a couple questions about their song?
Sure. Since all three of you ladies and gentlemen, or both you ladies and gentlemen, I would say you're veterans, or you'd had at least 2 semesters in Versus. What do you think? What was one of the challenges you overcame this semester versus working virtually?
So what I overcame was definitely trying to write lyrics because normally I would like write a few lyrics and then just go off of that and just do like the production, some of the production stuff. But now, like, since we're like online and stuff, I have more time to write more lyrics. And yeah, that's what I have to say.
I think lyrics in and of itself was a hurdle that we overcame, because unlike last semester where we were online last semester, but we were able to start off in person so that we could do the collaborative writing in person and start that process and then transfer into online collaboration. And that was a lot easier than doing fully online collaboration. So yes, the lyrics.
The lyrics. And this question I didn't have planned. I'm trying to think a good way to word it. I know how I would answer it, but for you three, how important do you think it is collaborating creatively with someone in person is rather than virtually? So I guess what I'm asking is, do you think the outcome of this musical project would have been different had you been able to work in person versus virtually?
Definitely, it will be totally different. The difference with online is that online we might not like get to have more time to like come together and fix, like, let's say we want to add a instrument to the track. We can't do that online, but in person, like, we can have those ideas, like what type of instruments we want to be inside that, and we can record that as well as our vocals and how we want it to be structured. But if we are online, we cannot do that physical thing where we normally would collaborate.
Yeah, on working together on Zoom, when you're in person, you have like instant feedback and you're like vibing off of each other's presence, and you get the hand-on interaction with your team. And like how Kaya said, if you're like working on the beat, you can be like, oh, listen to it right there, and then somebody adds on looking over your shoulder, things like that. And I'm more on the writing side, even like in regular Versus, and that like you can write like hand to paper, and that's a different experience than typing everything on the computer and then shipping it off in the chat or sharing a doc and working on it like that. So it's a completely different experience. It's kind of a different skill set to be able to collaborate on music virtually rather than in person. And it's a skill set that we're able to cultivate with the Versus program, having it moved on to online.
And I might have to add, it's a skill set that if anything in the future comes up where you have to collaborate with someone in the city or out of state or out of country, you guys will have experience in it. A lot of people might not be able to say that, might not know what a Zoom is. You know, they think they're expanding their screen on their phone and say, I know how to Zoom on my phone, but what is the Zoom you speak of? So you guys now have that to put on your musical resumes as well. So congratulations again.
Yes, let's give another round of applause for the Golden Ones. Okay, so next up we have the Wildfires, which includes Rosalinda Cuevas, Serenity Dudley Ward, Grace Green, Patrick Green, Sky Morris, and Anya Nard. For you guys, the first question I want to ask is, what writing skills have you developed in Verses that you think will help you in the future?
Well, I'll say, cause I've never been like the type to write anything. I've always been focused on like athletics and everything. So this is my first year, and I just want to say it's helped me a lot, like figuring out what I want to do and if I would start writing. And I would say it would be something I want to do because it's really like, I don't know, it's just different. I wouldn't think like I would want to, but it's really fun, and yeah, I would.
Yeah, thank you. Anyone else from your band want to share what writing skills you developed or maybe new interests you developed in writing? So Rosalinda, Serenity, Grace, Patrick, Sky. I know Sky just shared Jeremiah.
We also have Izzy in this group too.
Oh, you do have Izzy in this group too. Okay.
Yep. Let's go to Patrick for that last question. Can we get the question again? I know that Patrick got a lot done with his writing process.
Yeah, I think Patrick just joined us too. So
okay, cool.
Patrick, what writing skills have you developed in Verses that you think will help you in your future?
I'm not really a writer. I'm more of a off the top person, and I don't really like writing because I overthink it. But and I'm not really a musical person. But this is my first time doing this, and it's kind of cool to do something than what I'm normally doing, like playing football or something that I usually do.
Yeah, so it kind of pushed you out of your comfort zone a little bit and had you trying something new.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you. And then, okay, I'm gonna ask one more question. So how has Verses helped you to work towards your personal goals?
Well, I'm Rosalinda, and I think Verses has really helped me. Like, I used to not know how to write a song at all. I'd just be writing some random stuff down, but like this class has really taught me, and I'm really proud, and I think I can like be a singer and write my own music.
Great. Yeah, I think all of you guys, I've heard a lot of people say like, well, I'm not really a writer or I'm not really a musician. And this is like proving the fact that you're here is proving yourselves wrong, that you are writers, you are musicians. And I applaud all of you for kind of stepping out of your comfort zone and trying something new, which can be really vulnerable and hard to do. Anyone else want to comment from the Wildfires before we take a listen?
I just wanted to add a credit for Amaya, one of our group members, who actually contributed the artwork that we're all seeing on the screen here, which was inspired by some of the lyrics in our song. And I just thought that this art piece is really amazing. So Amaya, if you had anything that you wanted to add in about your inspiration for the art, maybe I'll ask you that later after we hear the song.
Okay.
Okay, so once again, we have the Wildfires, Rosalinda Cuevas, I'm sorry, I mispronounced it the first time, Serenity Dudley Ward, Grace Green, Patrick Green, Sky Morris, and Amaya Nard, and Izzy as well.
The days never change. It feels like my life is on repeat, starting over and over again, as if time is non-existent. I remember up until 9 months ago, every day felt different. I'm on Zoom 24/7, staring at a screen all day, and the only thing that changes is my classes. I feel like the days never change. Monday through Friday, I have classes. Saturday is my day off, and Sunday I go to church, and my week starts all over again. For a whole week, it felt like the days had never changed. Sometimes I wish a car chase would go down my street so I at least have something to talk about. The days never change.
If you keep your head up, you can make it. If you got chances, then you take it. A dream can become a reality if you just chase it.
Sad vibes only. Sad vibes only.
In October, putting my arm around your shoulder, I looked at you and you looked at me, and I leaned close but you moved away, and asked, why did I do it? During that time, I couldn't find a way to tell you this. For you through anything, but you don't like me that way. The song still goes sad vibes only. Sad vibes only. Said you had to leave, and I said bye. You said see you later, let's keep in touch. And now I'm starting to think you never meant it at all. Never meant it at all. Wanna be the girl you fall asleep with, and I wanna be the girl you spend most of your nights with, and I wanna be the girl you give your first kiss, because
sad, but only inside. I don't let anyone in because they won't understand. Trying to keep my composure, but I can't hold it in. Now everyone knows I'm sad.
Awesome. That's some virtual snaps. I thought that song came out really well. I love the artwork. I love the lyrics. I guess first and foremost to my group members, I know that we had some challenges working in this format through the semester, but I really am proud of you guys. I thought that you really came through and made this all come together really nicely. As I was looking at my screen, I could see people swaying to the song and digging what they were hearing. There were a couple lyrics on the lyrics that everyone's seeing on the screen right now. There that you weren't seeing the poem that we had at the beginning, which was from our group member Grace, and then the poem at the end was from our group member Sky. So to get into the questions, I would like to direct this question to Izzy, who wrote kind of the bulk of the lyrics here that we have on the screen. Izzy, are you working on some more songs? Are you? I know that you played the ukulele on this track and also wrote lyrics and also sang. Do you have any ideas in mind for the next song that you're gonna get into?
That I haven't really been thinking of.
Yeah. Okay. What was your
like
favorite?
I was writing one song, but I cannot find it now.
Okay. What was your favorite part about the way that this song came together?
I think my favorite part.
Yeah, your favorite part.
I like most. I didn't have the favorite part.
Cool. I want to direct a question to Rosalinda. What would you say that you learned the most about the songwriting process in our last semester here? Maybe Rosalinda is not there. Oh, there
Yeah,
you are.
sorry.
Nope, no worries.
So I've learned a lot from this group, and the people I'm working with are very creative. So I don't know really what to say what I've learned because I've learned a lot.
That's awesome. Cool. I wanted to direct another question. I know Sky, we had talked throughout this last semester that you hadn't really tried writing before. Do you think writing is something that you'll find ways to do more of?
Yes, I really enjoyed this program. So yeah, I would try writing.
Cool. Yeah, you did a great job. And then for my next question, I'm trying to scroll. I'm scrolling through all my group members. I know that I've got one more person. Oh yeah, Amaya, I wanted you to talk about the inspiration that you had for the artwork, which I think everyone agrees came out amazing.
Okay, so when we first got introduced to the lyrics, I saw like the first lyric was like kind of a fall vibe, like October. So I wanted to draw like a tree with like its leaves still on there, but like they're about to fall off, and it's like kind of sad because this is the only tree there. Like usually trees are together, but like I thought it's just a singular tree with its leaves about to fall off.
Yeah. What is that? Is it watercolor or what type of paint and canvas were you using for that piece?
It's actually just construction paper,
And oh wow.
And I used water-based paint for the blue and green, and then acrylic paint for the tree.
Wow. yeah, I'm endlessly impressed by that piece. It's really nice. And I think it fits the song perfectly. Yeah, again, guys, thank you so much. It was a really challenging semester, but I think that you have a song. You guys still all have links to the Google Drive, so feel free to download your original song and listen to it. It's going to be something that you'll be able to look back on for years and years, and hopefully have a sense of pride and joy about. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.
I just wanted to hop on here too. For some reason, her name didn't make it on the slide, but Michaela Grice was also part of this band. So any last comments from the band members about their song or experience before we move on? Okay, so virtual snaps or applause for everybody. Great work. So we have our third band now, or our fourth band, I'm sorry. Procrastination is the name of the band, and their song is I Stand Alone. And in this band, we have King Bethel, Izzy Savitas, Landon Steele, Dylan Jack, and Messiah Bethel. Okay, so the first question I want to ask are, what kinds of metaphors or imagery are in your song lyrics, and what was the purpose of putting those in there?
Okay, so some metaphors or some imagery that's in the song is, I would have to say one line that's in there is, I am the corner of a sphere, and you don't really see, well, there's no corners or no angles or no edges of it on the sphere. The sphere is very smooth and round. So that's one metaphor that we have, and I put that in there because I don't want to give away too much, but our song, this is my first time actually writing a song like this. So this is my a great experience for me to write a song like this, and a new beginning as well. So I feel like that metaphor in particular is one of my favorite metaphors in the song, and I feel like it's one of the best in the song, but I don't really have a favorite part of the song.
Great, thank you, King. Another question I have is, what genre did you guys think your song kind of best fits into, and why? And what other kind of genre elements were you able to put into the song?
I think it kind of matched. I've been listening to a lot of like indie pop lately, and so that's what I was thinking about when we were making it. And it also kind of has some, like, I guess, R&B influences.
Great, thank you. Okay, one last question. What was the writing portion of Verses like in terms of how it helped you write your lyrics for your song? And then were there any memorable lessons that kind of stuck with you guys as you were working on writing?
I think our main message was that if you think things are bad right now, because this is kind of like a common theme during these times, is like, if you think things are bad right now, they'll get better. If people are being mean to you right now, they won't in the future. Like, your life isn't defined by what's happening right now.
Great, yeah, I think that's a really important message, and something we all need to remember right now as we all kind of deal with our own struggles with COVID-19 and the different changes that it's made to our lives. Okay, I guess we will take a listen to I Stand Alone by the Procrastination with King Bethel, Izzy Savitas, Landon Steele, Dylan Jack, and Messiah Bethel. That was amazing. Good job. So this band was led by Shannon Barnes. So Shannon, do you want to hop in and ask your band a few questions about their music?
Yeah, for sure. First, I just wanted to say shout out to King, Izzy, Landon, Dylan, and Messiah. Everyone really like worked hard for, I feel like this semester was really challenging, but like, when it was down to like the nitty gritty, like everyone was able to like jump in, get things that they needed to get done. And it was awesome. And I was able to like, you know, piece together some of the stuff that, we had to like last minute with everyone like, putting in like their recordings and stuff. And it turned out great. And so I just wanted to say first that King did vocals, lyrics, and production on this. Izzy Savitas did vocals, and she played the bass. So that sick bass line was Izzy Savitas. And she also did the lyrics and singing for the chorus, and she did the production. Landon actually picked the album art, and he also just made some production decisions as well. And I actually want to talk about that album art later, so we'll get back to that. And then Dylan played the saxophone on this, so all the horn stuff that was like a mixture of like MIDI, like trumpet, and like Dylan's saxophone playing. So shout out to Dylan. And then Messiah also helped out with some of the production and art decisions as well. So thank you so much, everybody, for this. I just wanted to give credit to like what you guys did on this song, because it was really cool how we all put it together. The first question I have is just kind of generally for everybody. What was the most challenging part of this semester in particular? Because I know some of you are new, some of you have done this virtually before as well, like this versus program. So what was like a newer experience for you this semester, and what was challenging about these experiences?
Well, for me, it would definitely have to be just recording virtually, just being in the musical element virtually. Like that's something I can't even imagine doing. Like I would never think about doing anything music related virtually. I mean, I'm okay with school being virtual. I'm okay with everything else being virtual. But music is a thing that has to be done in actual life, because you feed off of energy. You feed off of energy of other people. You feed off of the vibe, in the room. So I feel like music virtually is just not, I'm not a fan of it. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's one very challenging thing. I feel like that was being held in this semester.
Yeah, for sure. It's a difficult thing, and yeah, technology can be great to like send, tracks to people to plug into certain things or whatever, but to really like explain to somebody what you want to get out of a song or whatever is very hard to convey online. So, I mean, you guys definitely overcame that challenge, and probably most of us aren't a fan of making music online, but you did a great job of overcoming that challenge. So that was awesome. Another thing, what's it like working with new people virtually as well?
Like working with other people on music, like different people on music, like it's fun, like meeting new people, new challenges, new songs to make, new instruments, new beats. Like we all work together to like make a song, like in virtually, like the virtual part of this like makes it difficult to record, make lyrics, instruments, beats of the song.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's not like an easy task, especially when you're meeting new people for the first time online, but yeah, you guys were all very nice to each other, and then like you all got along really well, and it was a really cool experience. Anyone else want to add anything in the group?
I just think that it's been pretty great working with everyone this semester, and I've loved meeting new people.
Cool. I'm glad. That's awesome. All right. Anyone else want to say anything in the group?
Cough, cough, album art.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's bring up that album art. Landon, so you picked out like the main picture in the center for
Yeah.
this album art. Can you explain to everybody where you found that?
I'm not exactly sure where the image originally comes from,
Mhm.
but I know that it came from a indie game. I saw it in a YouTube video, and I thought that it matched the theme of our album. So
Yeah, yeah. There's like kind of like a red guy, like
Uh-huh.
kind of, like chilling by himself, you know. So, yeah, definitely makes sense for the song title. I thought it fit really well too. So I'm glad everyone agreed to that. It was a cool thing, and we basically, I just opened up like some Photoshop, and like we all kind of made decisions on like what it should look like and all that. So yeah, thank you so much, you guys. You made an awesome song, and yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. It's great working with you this semester.
A virtual snaps, round of applause for everyone in procrastination. So we are coming to a close, and I just want to kind of say a few words about kind of how I've designed Versus. I've been with Versus now for about a year and a half. And I kind of came here through an internship I had through Wayne State, which is where I'm working on my PhD in English. So my studies have largely focused on the teaching of writing, which has really allowed me, Versus has given me a place to kind of put those things that I'm learning into practice in kind of the most unique and special way. So Versus has become a place where students can come together and collaborate to create new ideas, and really without the fear of being judged for their writing or the ideas that they came up with. It's a very positive environment. We try to foster good mentorship between not only the band instructors and me as the literacy instructor and the students, but also between the students themselves. We have a really good mix of people who've been in Versus for a long time with people who are coming in who are new. We have people who are really good at kind of creating different ideas from each other and collaborating on writing. And then we have people who will take that and translate that into music or a beat or a melody. And that kind of is the core of Versus here, and what literacy means is basically being able to use the knowledge that you have to adapt and create meaning, whether that's through words or through music. And so these students have really done an excellent job of that. And every semester I am blown away by how insightful they are and how tuned in they are to what's going on in the world and how deeply they feel things. And I think we can kind of forget about that when we think about writing just as, something we do for school. It really is something that we do for ourselves and to form connections with other people. And that those connections can have the ability to make a real change in the world, as you could probably see through the songs that they've created. So I just wanted to give a huge shout out to everyone who participated this year, to Jill Woodward, who have all kind of been working behind the scenes and helping this program run. And I really do want to encourage you all to fill out the student and parent surveys, and to consider enrolling in any of the classes that we have going on at Versus for the spring. We're currently enrolling. Classes fill up pretty quickly. And I'd love to see everybody here next semester to continue working on Versus and producing music. These are skills that, you don't really get to have in a normal education space. So this is a really cool thing that we get to do. So thank you guys so much for your hard work. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season. I hope you all stay safe and healthy. And I am so excited to see all of you next semester.
And thank you, Marielle, for the wonderful job you do. We really appreciate everything, and all the other band directors on the screen too. Shannon, John, Joseph, you guys are great to work with. So thank you. You guys do a really good job for the students, and I'm blown away every semester by what you guys manage to pump out and what the students manage to put out too, even through virtual learning. It's such a unique experience, especially for a class that's kind of about like group work. So again, thank you so much for all you put in, and all the students. Congratulations on a great semester.
Thank you, everybody.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Kier. It's been great. I'm looking forward to next semester, and from what I was reading in the news today, we might be able to come back in person. So I can't wait for that as well.
Yep, we'll have to see. We pretty much are beholden to MSU's safety guidelines. So if they're virtual, we'll be virtual as well. But obviously, we'll make announcements the second we know anything about anything going forward. So just keep watching email. And as of right now, we're all planning to be virtual. But again, like I said, if anything changes, we'll let you know. But thank you again for all the work you guys do, and again the students for a wonderful semester.
All right, thank you. See you guys later.
See ya. I'm going to end the meeting for everyone. Once again, please fill out those parent and student surveys so we know what we can do better and what you've enjoyed about this class and the courses we have at Versus. And have a wonderful holiday season. It's been an honor working with everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.